So I've sorted out power towers out there. I need to clean up the other bits, but I now have a decent route. I can get to my coal plant easily, or one of my coal plants. I think this one might be the bigger at the moment. But yeah, so we set power all the way out to where our oil setup was. I've sort of expanded what we had, but I'll show you. I've also got a tiny. I've just put a Mark II miner, down on the pure node, so I've got some sulfur coming in because I need black powder. So yeah, I need to take that one down because that's not being used anymore because this one's better. So that's my unnecessary modular frame. Just gotta swap over. We got power down to the wreck, and we got the hard drive out of there. And then this is, there we go. This is my oil setup. So we've got one oil driller extractor that goes into 2 refiners, one of which does plastic and one that does rubber. So one doing rubber, one doing plastic. They both go into here, so I've got a stockpile coming along, which is all good. And then I didn't know what to do with the I can turn that off now. There we go. I didn't know what to do with the fluid, the heavy oil residue, because once that backed up, it stops the production. So I've got that into fuel, which was all well and good until you can't take that fuel out. You've got to put it into packaged fuel. So I went and researched that. Did that, which then, so I've got some of the plastic going into storage. Yep. And some of it goes into one that creates packaging, and then that goes into the packaged fuel, which then goes into storage. And this system will take a while to back up, I think, at least for now. But I have noticed these clip onto the splitters and the mergers. They don't sit outside. They actually go on the top, which is quite cool. So it's a lot easier to get these to snap to the conveyors, which is quite cool. So yeah, I've got a decent setup of rubber and plastic. Yes, it does. But yeah, that's what I've got here, because I've got a merger, and here I've got a splitter. It just clips onto the thing, and it all works, which is lovely. So yeah. Oh look, there's my space elevator. So yeah, right, let's grab all of. Yeah, so what we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so we got 1,000 of each. That's fine. Right. So we're going to head back. We're going to grab the sulfur on the way. I need to swap. Oh, no. There we go. Fraught with danger. Yeah, I need to take that other one down because if it automatically sends me off onto that one. And I don't want that one. But I'm going to come down here and grab the sulfur. Oh, I can't. I can't pick it up because how high can I go? Fairly. I don't want that one. I want this one. There we go. What's DRG? DRG. Can't work it out. Yes. So we could get logistics 4. We could get petroleum power. I don't need petroleum power. We need industrial manufacturing. So I am going to select that as my milestone. Oh, deep rock. Yeah. Cool. Right, put all of those in, and then that's full, isn't it? Put that in. So we got a load of rubber. I was just about to do something. Go and get the other bits. So you, no, you. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think that's enough. Modular frames, we need 200 of them. They're over here. In here, in fact. Okay. Motors will have to come back and get. so it's just the motors. And they're over here. You? No. You? No. You? Yeah. How many do I need? 200. What have I got? 150. Maybe. In fact, it wasn't even that. It gives me some space. Cool. There we go. Yeah, boy.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of Project Assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look bright.
Is the future looking orange? Well, I think we've made some good progress. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. What time are we at? Just before 11. Yeah. I don't think I can do anything yet, can I? I think. Because I'm fairly certain I think that's what I want my next milestone to be. And then it's a case of setting up stations to load and load, unload excuse me, and just to get us from our main base here, from oil, pure iron. Why have I got a tick there? Don't know. But yeah, going from, oh, because I was setting that up, wasn't I? Yeah. So come across here to the base, unload the plastic and the rubber, and then head back. But I think we also need to get it set up to our power station up here. But, excuse me, I think, because what I want is the station is going to need to be near to the space elevator so that we can unload, potentially unload, and feed directly into here. How feasible that is, I don't know. Because it will, yeah, we will need to rearrange where this is so that we can change it. How are we doing on those frameworks? So there's going to be, once we get the monorails, there's going to be, yeah, a massive rework of the base. Not bad. Monorails. Monorail. 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 Yeah. Okay, ended up just offloading to another container, using a smart splitter for the items it needed onto a belt that fell into it. Oh, feed into it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you watched Avak's playthrough of Factorio. Oh, I know what I can show you. He basically shipped everything to one central. It's kind of like similar to what I was doing in Little Rocket Lab. So everything gets fed into. So he would have iron and copper shipped into a separate drop-off point. He'd then process that into the bars, and that then fed into the start of the system. That he would then have like the basic components on a central bus, like all. So he just had rows and rows and rows of, belts in a central bus going up, and then when he needed to build new components, he would then branch off from that belt, which is the one part that I don't know if this can do, and that is, or at least not with what I've got so far, and that's feeding the belts under, or through other belts, because obviously I haven't got any underground stuff, which is what he did on his central bus. But he would then break it out to the side and have a production area for a certain thing, or the next batch of technology, and then that would then feed into the next part of the bus and then be up so that it can be branched off as and when. So that's potentially one way of doing it. But have you stopped producing? Oh yeah, because you're backed up. That's why. That'll do it. Right. I could pop you in there maybe, or not in here because that's full. Okay, I'll pop you in there. Okay. Right, hard drives. So I've done a couple. So I've got this one for either recycled plastic or deuterium circuit boards, and I've got polymer resin or tempered copper ingots. I imagine that the polymer resin's probably the better one. And potentially the deuterium circuit boards. But I don't think I've got... Oh, I do. 2 and 4. Oh, hang on. 2, 4 produces 1. 10 and 30 produce 7. That's a much better bang for your buck. Deuterium wire, the quick wire, which I've got set up. I changed my... Oh. I changed my my setup over here. Because it was just producing the ingots. But I've now got it producing the wire. Because you need loads for the research. So... I mean, I could do that one now. Just saying. Because I've got a load of plastic on me. Stick a stack in. And, it would be, pretty good. Pretty good. I produced loads of the circuit boards. Which should be handy. Right, I need to produce these. But yeah, it's... But then I don't know whether it's worth setting up on some of the smaller nodes dedicated resources. So like I was... because I'd put the output of the cable into the production of... Oh, whoops. The rotors or stators or whichever recipe it was for that. Over here. Yeah, because I had this going over here, this emptied, and I had no cable. So I set up another instance of the miner because we weren't using all of the copper anyway. Yeah. And that's coming into here to produce copper wire, which I'm sending off into there. Plus, I'm then turning it into cable, which is then feeding that system. Whereas over here, I'm now backing it up. I'll stick a stack in there. Yeah. And I can just take a half stack as and when I need it. So, yeah. So that's another change that I've done today. What are you? You were quartz, weren't you? Ah, but I'm not actually using the quartz. Crystal oscillators. What? You use quartz, don't you? Yeah, quartz crystal. And cable to make 2. Have I got a load somewhere? Oh, yeah, I do. AI limiters. Oh, I've got 85 of them. That's handy to know. you? You're copper, aren't you? And you're iron. And you're bauxite. Huh. Interesting. I've got bauxite, but I don't have research for it. Huh. Petroleum, Caterium ore. Pipeline, fix it blueprints. Huh. Interesting. Hmm. Okie doke. Right, I think we're going to finish up here. Yeah. I will be back on Friday night. It's Friday night with Pacific Drive. Yes. No worries. I appreciate you two being here. Yes, I'll be back Friday night with Pacific Drive. Because I feel we need to get back to that and do some stuff. Right, we're gonna raid out. If you're watching the YouTube VODs, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.